Hi there. This is part one of Mindguarde, and this is about being able to identify the threats to your mind. Thank you for being here. This first chapter, or this first component, is about the cognitive hijack. And the first step in reclaiming your mind is realizing that it has already been taken. You don't need to be handcuffed or locked in a room to be controlled. Control can look like addiction to your phone, like reacting before thinking, like forgetting who you are in a crowd of opinions. Control today looks like choice, but choices shaped by invisible influences are not truly your own. We live in an age of cognitive warfare, and most people have no idea they're casualties. So, the weapons of war in the past, wars were fought with swords, then guns, then drones. But today's battles are fought with notifications, algorithms, framing devices, emotional triggers, false urgency, echo chambers, and subliminal conditioning, just to name a few. Everything you interact with, from the news you consume to the design of your apps, is optimized not for your clarity, but for your reaction. And their goal? To grab your attention, guide your emotion, and steer every one of your decisions. Not with violence, but with precision. This is not paranoia, it's just done by design. So, who's controlling the narrative? Every platform, brand, and personality you engage with is part of a larger battle for your mental real estate. So here's how it works. First of all, they'll stimulate you. Present something emotionally charged, something that brings up anger, fear, envy, desire, as an example. The next thing they'll do is they'll hijack, capture attention through your brain's ancient survival circuitry. The third thing they'll do is use a hook to trigger dopamine to create micro addictions. And then fourth and finally, they'll direct you. They'll subtly nudge you toward a belief, a decision, or behavior. This is not a conspiracy. It is actually a business model. In a world where the loudest voices win, those who stay calm, clear, and conscious are a rare breed. You're not broken. You're just untrained. So here's the truth. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You've just been outtrained by systems built to bypass your defenses. Mindguard training exists to help you to change that. Mindguard will help you to build cognitive armor to detect and deflect psychological influences on you. Create an internal operating system that resists emotional hijacking. Forge mental discipline so you can respond with strength, not reflex. So here's something I want you to do as a field exercise, and it's all about scanning for influence. Right now, look at your last 5 social media posts, news articles, or even ads that you've looked at, and ask yourself, what emotions did this try to trigger in me? What belief is it trying to reinforce or weaken? Who benefits from me feeling or thinking this way? By being able to identify this is the beginning of cognitive self-protection, learning to observe before reacting. Then the tactical truth is, if you don't train your mind, somebody else will, and they'll benefit from it. So you wouldn't walk through a war zone without body armor, would you? Yet millions walk through digital and emotional war zones every day, unprotected. By the end of this training, you won't just be armored. You will be a weapon. One that stays cool under pressure, sees through manipulation, and leads from clarity, not chaos. In the next session, in session 2, we'll begin constructing your mental armor, the foundation for the Mindguard system. But first, remember this. Your mind is your last line of defense. Your job is to defend it well.